Alright, hello everyone. Today we're gonna have a look at Beyond the Gates of Antares, the dice game made by Warlord Games, and we're gonna see what's inside the box, how the game plays, and in the end I'm gonna say a few words. And actually I can tell you now, it's quite a nice game, so let's have a look what's inside. Alright, so this is what we've got inside our box. Obviously we've got the box over here, a few pages, 4 pages, small leaflet with rules. The game is actually quite easy to learn. I will show you later. Then we've got 5 faction cards for the 5 main factions in the universe of Beyond the Gates of Antares. We've got 1 Xylos card. That's what we are trying to win when we play the game. We've got 4 black fate die, 12 resource die, and 6 skirmish die. And these are the ones we roll most of the time to actually get the game going. So let's have a look how the game plays. Alright, so now let's have a look how the game plays. For depending on the number of players, from 2 to 5, you're gonna have different number of these yellow, let's call them resource dice. These dice stay over here on the card of the Xylos system, and as you play the game you will be taking more and more of these. In the beginning of each game we take the black fate die, and each player but the first one gets one of them. In our game I'm going to be playing with Gar, and I'm going to be player number 1, and my girlfriend will be playing with Izorian, and she's going to be player number 2. So in the very beginning of the game she gets 1 black fate die. Also, each race has a different special ability. So Gar, for example, can change scores of 1 to scores of 3, and the other way around. Izorian start with a single dice with 1 point. So this is kind of showing that they have each different play style, and Izorian start with 1 point, and their special ability allows them to change the scores for higher. And that's pretty much why my girlfriend keeps playing with them, and she keeps winning in this game. So this is how the setup looks like, and let's see how the game plays. Alright, so our setup is complete. Let's see how the game plays. Each player will be rolling these skirmish dice. It might be a bit noisy, but just bear with me. Now at this moment each symbol represents either energy, like this one, or this, which is Antares, and these are the dice we kind of will be using. The idea is that you want to collect as many of these A symbols for Antares because they allow you to take more and more yellow dice. However, it's also not that simple, because if you roll at any time 5 of these, you bust and your turn automatically ends and it goes to the next player. To say it very briefly, you are able to re-roll any number of dice you want. However, each time you have to keep at least 1 die. So I'm happy with this, but I don't really need these. I don't want to use my special power. I only want these that allow me to keep some yellow dice. Quick roll, 3. To make it very simple for you, 1 dice allows me to do literally nothing. 2 allow me to take 1 yellow dice. 3 allow me to take 1 black dice. 4 allow me to take 2 yellow dice. 5, like I've mentioned a moment before, you bust and the turn goes to the next player. 6 allow you to take 3 yellow dice or 2 black dice. So you can see that having all 6 Antares symbols is a really good case. However, you have to take the risk. So there is this kind of play whether I want to risk it or not. In my case, let's say I rolled 3, I'm gonna roll these, 5. I've automatically bust, it goes to her. So now my girlfriend's gonna play as Izorian. Okay, so now Izorians are rolling. We're gonna see what they get. And they get 1 symbol. At this moment it means literally nothing, so the best thing to do is to re-roll. And at this moment it's the best thing you could possibly have as Izorian, so we're gonna keep it like this. 4 symbols allow her to take 2 yellow dice. So grab your dice. After you take these yellow dice, you roll to see how many points each one gives. In this case we've got 2 and 3. These dice go then to a player's card, and also because she managed to get 3 energy from the dice, she's able to use her special ability, which means she can give +1 to any dice she wants. The 1 becomes a 2, and that's why these guys, Izorians, are what I consider to be slightly overpowered but absolutely brilliant to play. So here you go, that was an example one. Another thing I'm gonna just briefly say, if you take the yellow die and you roll a black box, that means you are getting the black die. And in here, how the black die works, it's a quite interesting mechanic which allows you to mess up other players' turn. So let's say she ended, she finished, she get the points, she gives me her black dice, and I will have to roll it along with mine. If I roll an X, my turn automatically ends as if I rolled 5 of these symbols. If you roll a warp, each dice get -1, therefore you score less points. If you roll an explosion, that's a sabotage, and your highest scoring dice goes back to the middle. By the end of the game, player with the most points wins. These give you as many points as they show on the dice. Each black dice you have is worth 2 points, and the last player who takes the last dice takes also the card, which is worth 1 extra point. And that's how this point system works. Alright, so last few words. I think it's an absolutely lovely game. Warlord Games did a really good job creating something that is fun to play, easy to learn, and my girlfriend, even though she's not that much of a hardcore player, really enjoys it, especially playing Izorians and winning. I love the black die mechanic, which allows you to pretty much mess things up for other players, and I'm quite sure that with more players it's going to keep the game going for longer, because it will return some yellow dice back to the game. As you can see, it's a very small box, so you'll be able to fit it anywhere with you. You've got a nice kind of outline on the back. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the whole universe of Beyond the Gates of Antares, because that's a whole another video about whole pretty much miniature game. But if you're looking for a really fun dice game with a really nice and well thought through sci-fi setting with few different races and each one with slightly different play styles, some rewarding more high risk, high return, others are playing a bit more stable but slow but steady. If you're looking for a fun, easy to learn, quick dice game which you will be able to get your non-gamers friend into, that's definitely a title worth seeing, and that's definitely a game worth buying. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon again in my next video. Take care.